But we live in a world where no one goes to any depth for information. They go to Instagram, they go to Twitter, they go to Facebook and get a kernel of truth, a kernel of distorted truth. I don't believe this is the authentic Stan Van Gundy, the former NBA coach. Now he's a broadcaster. How does a coach get this woke?
Fine, then your religion's bigoted. We stand against everything that he stood for. And I thought it was amusing coming from him with the women's role and the whole thing. And his mom is this accomplished scientist and everything else who was clearly working outside of the home the entire time he was growing up. So I don't know if he resents his mom and how he was raised. I don't understand any of that. I don't agree with anything he said. I think it's backwards. I think it's misogynistic.
It was homophobic and anti-Semitic as well.
Well, I mean, listen, the homophobic stuff, there's no excuse for whatsoever. And listen, one of the things that has annoyed me for a long time is that if you cloak bigotry in as part of your religious beliefs, then that's supposed to be okay. Like when there were supposedly Christian people that didn't think that black people should be living with white people, that black people shouldn't be able to marry white people, as long as you said, well, hey, it's God's belief. And, there's a part of conservative Christianity that doesn't think women should have leadership positions, and they go in and quote scripture and all that. Listen, to me, I don't care where your beliefs come from. Bigotry is bigotry.
How does someone he's a knowledgeable person. How he understands the history of sports. He knows that sports have a long history of a connection with religious faith. He knows that the YMCA, the Young Men's Christian Association, organized sports. He knows that. He understands, or he should understand, the roots of sports. And so if you understand that, there's just no way you could be this kind of angry with Harrison Butker. This is the curse of social media. Elon Musk has helped, but he has not fixed the problem at Twitter. And maybe I'm judging him and what can be accomplished at Twitter over the course of, he's owned it for a little more than a year. Maybe it's going to be a longer process, but we need a place. And we have to either have the right point of view about X or Twitter or any of these social media apps. They're all hostile to a Christian point of view, all of them, to this day. Has Twitter or X improved? Yes, it has, but it's still very hostile, and it still baits people. If you want engagement, if you want to increase your followers, the best route is still to be hostile towards a biblical worldview. And the best route is to turn bitter and nasty and a lack of self-awareness, no growth, no evolution. Just incredible statements. And I understand, does he know the history of sports? Would he have the career that he's had? Would he be as wealthy? Would he have the opportunities that he has now if not for the Young Men's Christian Association organizing sports worldwide? That's in the history books. Secular atheists did not organize sports. The Catholic Youth Association or the Catholic Youth League, why do I keep screwing this up? The CY, they led the integration of sports. That they were the driving force integrating sports, which directly led to the integration of America. Do these people remotely understand the history of America and sports, the things that have made them rich and famous? This is a love the fruit, hate the tree situation. It's they all want to benefit from the fruit of Christianity, but then they want to demonize it. Stan Van Gundy's acting as if that Bible wasn't used to free people, to justify the Civil War, to justify the end of slavery, to justify the end of Jim Crow and segregation. What world are they living in? The eugenics crowd, the secular elite, Marxists, they started Planned Parenthood. They wanted to purify races. They constructed abortion and Planned Parenthood as a way to get rid of black people. These are facts. Margaret Sanger. These are facts. Deny all that history. Let's be honest. The insurance model is broken. Crowd Health puts your health care back in your hands. Use the promo code FEARLESS at joincrowdhealth.com. That's joincrowdhealth.com, promo code FEARLESS. And then they justify their worldview based off those kernels that are passed out over social media. And demonize people that actually have a much longer view, a much more substantive view, a much deeper understanding of how we actually got here. I would love to have Stan Van Gundy on. I'd love to have Michelle Beadle on. I feel sympathy for Michelle Beadle because I really do think at one time it's a great young woman that, deserved to be married and have kids. And if she were married and had kids, she'd have a lot less animosity and bitterness. And she wouldn't, let's say she's an atheist, but she's married with kids. She wouldn't really care. She wouldn't have time to worry about what a Catholic man told a bunch of Catholic students at their graduation. He wasn't talking to Michelle Beadle. Yesterday after the Hayden A. Shaniquas, and now you say it's all dried up, man. Holy cow. You're just courting danger.
What?
But see, what do you think of my take that social media actually baits a lot of these women